Hold it right there, Pilgrim. I'm not going to hurt you. No, I'm not going to hurt you. The hell I'm not.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
What if it was the first one I listened to?
Brews, and horror movie reviews. Your final bros have survived.
Oh, that's right. I do this part. We are joined by our favorite host, Brian Hotboiler.
The hell I'm not. And we have, as always, my podcast husband, Shane. I hate it here, Smith.
That's not true. I despise it
Oh
here.
my God, you're such the king of Norway. We also have Mike the Cannibal Gypsy.
I'm going to hit a U-turn, okay? In honor of the great holiday, St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
We're going to go around the room and name something that's American.
Yeah, but how about first Brian introduces the rest of the people
Quick
here?
intros. We do have a guest star. It's Mikey Bratwurst.
Dude, I forgot he was here, even though he's physically touching me.
Don't touch me unless you mean it,
He's
cowboy.
literally a piece of German meat. And we also have our producer, Maddie with the stick.
He's here.
He's got no microphone.
Yeah, no
here.
mic for him today.
But he's here. He's here.
So what were you bullshitting about before you rudely interrupted Brian introducing our guest?
First of all, I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll never do it again.
He's not sorry.
I mean, don't do it ever again.
But let's go around the room and say something that's American.
American.
Yeah, like my thing. You want to know what's American? Abandoned baseball fields. That's American.
Okay.
That is pretty American.
You know what's American? Libraries.
Yeah. Bratwurst.
Go to a different country, can't find a library.
Yeah. That's. I mean, inaccurate. But I'm going bratwurst.
My personal assistant.
Feed me flies.
More flies.
I need flies.
Oh God. Yeah.
Your weak mind, Harold. Weak mind.
So obviously, since we have Mike here, we are reviewing Leprechaun 4 in space. Was this the first one to go to space, or was it Hellraiser?
I think this might have been before Hellraiser. Matt, can we do a check on that? This was 97.
Matt, get to work.
When
Look
did Hellraiser?
Stupid.
When did they go to space? That was also their fourth movie.
Yeah,
So.
that was Hellraiser 4, I think.
Actually,
Bloodline?
technically, Hellraiser came out before this, and if they were pumping out movies like these were getting pumped out, they would have definitely hit it before.
What has better graphics, this movie or Castlevania?
Castlevania. This movie's special effects and makeup are some of the worst I think I've ever seen.
I'll tell you what, there's some baddies in this
I
movie,
was just
though.
going to say the same thing.
There's like
Every girl.
There's like 4 good-looking girls in this
Are
movie.
you talking about the girl from Home Alone? Not Home Alone, Home Improvement?
Oh no.
So 1996 was the Bloodline, Hellraiser Bloodline.
They literally came out. Wait, Bloodline, that's the fourth one?
That's the fourth one.
I don't think that was plugged in. Or was that plugged in?
Does that
No,
need to
was
be
it?
plugged?
Wait. So, okay. So, Hellraiser came out in 94?
He's saying 97, right, Matt?
Which is the
What'd you
same year,
say?
isn't it?
That would be the same year as this.
Okay, so they both went to space at the same time. Interesting.
Is Bloodline the space one?
The fourth one is, yeah. Because it's
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's Hellraiser 2, which has a subtitle. Then it's Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, right? And then it's Bloodline. Is the
How many?
fourth.
There's like 9 of those things.
Hellraiser 11.
You've seen them all.
Yes.
How was that?
The ninth one has incest.
Oh.
Is that your favorite one? Is that Judgment?
Yeah, no, that's the worst one. That's where they finally stopped paying Doug Bradley to be Pinhead because he's like, the script sucks. Can I rewrite it? And they said no.
And they got a new Pinhead and they went with Phil?
Yeah, it was bad. They went Phil Head. It was atrocious. Almost as bad as Leprechaun 4.
Almost as bad as Sex Head and Doom Head and
Oh,
Bang Head
God.
or whatever the fuck they had.
In 31, oh God, it's like fucking Nazi head.
Leprechaun went to space first, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So Matt has
Leprechaun.
confirmed.
Leprechaun was the first in space.
Look at that.
AI has never once lied.
Setting trends. Didn't Jason go to space?
Yeah, but Jason went to space in 99 or 2000.
Jason X, right?
Yeah, I think that was 2000.
That was that the one where he fucking gets the girls in a sleeping bag and bashes them against a
So
tree?
he actually does that in the sixth one. That was a throwback that they used in Jason X to one of his previous kills. Kind of a Friday the 13th expert, no big deal.
Cool. I don't want to look at this thing the whole time. So
No.
Oh my god.
Bring that back.
How about
I got a question for you guys.
How about
2025, super applicable. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. What is the conversion rate of me gold to chicken eggs now?
Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna say it's at least 45 me gold for like half a dozen. Yeah. Me gold's kind of, but then again, isn't gold really expensive now? So
Yeah, so we're chicken eggs.
yeah, what's
Isn't
more?
there an egg shortage?
What came first, Mike?
The egg shortage?
the egg or the me gold?
I'm gonna say Rosalind Capital, and you should all use Rosalind Capital. It's just a good investment.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
He's gonna get the coaster.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's gonna save the coaster, and he's going to.
I told you I didn't want to look at it the whole time.
This right here, like this is my. Hold on, I talking to the mic. I'm not mad.
Jeez, he doesn't even have a mic today. Wait till next week.
Mike's
He'll be
hero, he has been telling me for like the last couple of weeks now, is John Waters and Divine. Like he's like, I need to like watch 1001 Maniacs and I want to watch Mondo Trash Show. And I'm like, Mike, we can't watch Mondo Trash Show every night. And he's like, no, I have to.
1001 Maniacs.
When
Isn't
I-
that like Isn't that like another movie?
It's the way Robert Englund. What's
Yeah.
the John Waters one?
Multiple Maniacs.
Yeah, that one. He did Hairspray.
Sadness.
He did do Hairspray. Okay. What I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the show, what we do on the final podcast. The final podcast, the show is going to review a movie from the fucking very first scene to the end. Hot, hip, color commentary, right? Ooh, wee. Oh, wee.
Yo, you want to know what makes that sound? A woot sound this.
No, Mike, those were expensive, Mike.
I almost.
And then we're going to follow that up with a review of the movie. Obviously, if the movie sucks, it's going to get 1 Warwick Davis. But if it's phenomenal, it's going to get 10 Warwick Davises. And that's kind of like what we do. You know, there's a lot of witty banter. And, yeah.
I know cops, you know fucking cops.
You know what else
Stuff
we
like
do?
that.
Do you guys know what else we do?
Pretzels?
No, we jump into that motherfucking spooky pit.
And we're talking Leprechaun 4 Spooky Pit, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
in space. Cool. As Shane, yeah, we're talking about Leprechaun 4 in space, and the film was released in 1996. It makes sense here for the Leprechaun to be in space. After all, he's been waging wars for the previous 6 months with the Space Marines, and decides it's time to court a space princess who is enamored by his gold, which can be located under the space rainbow, which is not in the film. Because they're in space. Just want to explain that. The film was directed by Brian Trenchard Smith, and it stars Warwick Davis, Brent Jasmer, Jessica Collins, and I believe her film debut, Guy Seiner, probably the worst accent in a movie history, Gary Grossman, Rebecca Carlton, and Tim Colcherry. Tim Colcherry. Or as he's playing in this movie, Metalhead.
Oh yeah, Metalhead. He eventually becomes a cross-dresser in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He does hit his hit his divine arc later in the film,
Yeah.
which we will cover in depth.
See, we've gone full circle, as some
And
would
he
say.
kind of gets his ass kicked by a doctor.
Yeah. Well, he gets beat up. Does he get beat up by spider mittens?
Main hand, Spider-Man hand.
Yeah.
So I agree with. I talked about this movie about like 5 minutes before you guys came.
Okay.
Here. Really quick download, really quick sync up on the film. We carved out a couple of minutes, had a virtual call, and then he came in person, and then we really got down and dirty, and we aligned on the fact that this movie not only does it not make any sense, it just seems like it was made to be made because literally nothing connects, nor has any hold any water to the actual story.
It could have been anything in the movie creating problems. It didn't have to be a leprechaun. The gold makes no sense. It has nothing to do with anything in the movie.
Okay, yeah, that's the one thing. This is the first movie where the gold is not the plot of the movie. It's more so the goddess from another planet.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, so
good guy, Mike. Good guy, Mike.
Shane, good call. I was also mentioning that too. In the Leprechaun lore, he is where he needs to be, and the reason for a movie is because he's looking for his pot of gold.
Exactly.
Usually under a rainbow, right?
Yes.
Well, he's in space now. There are no rainbows.
Correct.
There's none of that. But there is a pot of gold somehow up here. However, it's secondary to the fact his story is he's here to court some type of space warrior princess.
Yes. Yes. Who
I'm not calling her Xena. I'm calling her Cena.
the thing is, yeah, you just can't see her because
You just can't see her, dude.
Does she also have a heel turn?
no, she actually is a heel the entire movie because like the thing is she just loves murder. Like, and she loves the idea of she gets off on the idea of murdering her dad.
But you're a big murder guy.
Does she get off on the idea of other
guy.
people murdering for her?
Yeah.
Sounds like every woman.
What's the fucking glitter budget in this movie?
Oh god, her body is so glittered up.
Those tits, though.
They're pretty.
Matt
Great.
Okay.
Matt likes those.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Unnecessary.
No.
So wait,
Unnecessary.
Everything is unnecessary in this movie.
while watching this movie, literally 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, wait a sec. We're 10 minutes into the movie. I haven't seen a single low budget tit yet. We didn't get it till later on in the movie.
They're glittery.
They were pretty good.
I have bigger tits.
They were pretty good. They had glitter on them.
I liked them.
Who doesn't like a good glitter tip?
I liked him. Matt in our group chat made sure to point out that he liked him. And I like that text he sent because I also like them. I like the plot they threw in there so they could have tits in the movie.
Yes, because the plot of the tits is if someone from this planet shows you their tits, it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
I think that should be like the case in real life too.
What about the underlying storyline that Metalhead, their sergeant, is actually an undercover cyborg?
Yeah, they just randomly, like an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be aliens now."
Like what? Just
Bishop was an android.
yeah.
It's so bad.
I love this too. So like, they're like they have orders to literally eliminate basically an alien pest
Yes.
who is, I guess, the Leprechaun.
Yes.
And immediately they go and they kill an alien. I'm assuming like, okay, well, mission complete. That's not the alien they're looking for. But one of the guys, Lucky, is ironically stealing gold.
He's got a lightsaber right now.
Yeah, have you noticed that like most of this movie is just callbacks to other shows and movies?
It's called back specifically to Star Wars because there's definitely trivia on that I'm going to pull up.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. But I'm pretty sure there's a Star Trek, and I think even a Doctor Who reference somewhere.
I wouldn't doubt it,
I think
honestly.
it's because I was reading that the reason is Warwick Davis, appeared in several Star Wars movies and was an Ewok.
He was Wicket.
Wicket in Return of the Jedi. In addition to that, apparently this has the same director as Leprechaun 3.
How?
Money.
Which is interesting because I feel like that movie was one of the better Leprechauns.
It is the best Leprechaun because Leprechaun is the worst series of all time, maybe.
Like the worst.
In
terms of a horror series?
up there for sure as some of the worst ones.
How many times does a leprechaun get blown up in this movie?
He gets blown up a lot, but he can't be killed. He's literally just like unkillable.
So yeah, they go to the planet, they blow up the Leprechaun.
Can't confirm. He did both.
The Leprechaun, like we said, killed the guy with a lightsaber first. Then they rescue the princess. The princess gets brought onto the ship. They go back onto the ship, but before they go back onto the ship, a guy decides to piss on the Leprechaun body.
Okay, let's talk about this. So he's gonna piss on the dead monster. They refer to him as the monster.
They never call him a Leprechaun in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's probably mentioned in trivia. In any case, he definitely he's eradicated,
Yes.
or so we think, right? He's like blown to smithereens, and then he's gonna get pissed on by Kowalski. Now, do you guys know if you've ever watched Jeremy Wade in River Monsters?
Yep.
There is a river. There is like I don't know if it's a river fish. There's a fish that crawls up your pee stream. Mm-hmm. And this kind of reminded me of that because I feel like the leprechaun, his leg that was pissed on, contained the soul and spirit of the monster, and it crawled up Kowalski's piss. He's got that Polish piss, and he climbed right up there.
Agreed. I think that's exactly what happened, which is absolutely absurd because why is that a power? Also,
Dude,
the
this looks so
CGI.
bad.
Don't do
It
it.
looks so
On-
fucking bad.
You're bulking it. You're saying
It
this is
looks
bulk based.
worse than Atari.
It looks like a WB Saturday morning cartoon.
It looks worse though, because me and Mike were like actually talking like logistically like video games, like when like PlayStation 1, when there's like first like motion video, even 3DO, like that the 3DO graphics were better.
Yeah,
Like, the Zelda and the Wand of Gamelon may have had better graphics.
oh my god! I'm just looking now. The budget is estimated at 1.6 mil. That's fucking
Most of that's
low.
going to Warwick, though.
It's probably
I
all
think
going
I
to
saw
Warwick.
80. The CGI budget was 80,000.
Yeah, it shows.
That's a low CGI budget.
I think most of it went to Spider Mittens prosthetics or Mitten Spider.
Spider.
Again, something else that really just like had no relevance to the movie whatsoever. He just had his arachnoid arc.
Well, why also like the whole plot of this movie also is driven by a Nazi robot doctor. Why is he a Nazi robot doctor?
How long are they on the ship in general? Because they don't even know he's there.
Yeah, right. That's also a really good point.
Yeah,
They're
Like,
just
you
hanging
follow my
out. They're
directions?
hanging out in like the main area. Let's call it the space courtyard.
Yes.
And then he's just behind like a door.
Like he's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, he literally just the door comes out.
No joke.
And then
Oh yeah, he's a Dalek.
so like
That's what the doctor
he is
said.
a Dalek.
again, like the makeup of the metalhead guy, the makeup of the doctor is just so atrociously caked on.
When they
The shots from behind when they show his.
And when he's roving, right? When
it's
he's moving.
fucking.
It's
horrendous.
terrible.
it is so clearly one of those rubber boxing dummies just put in a metal seat.
I'll tell you what, though. This dynamic, because I'm all about the romance.
You were liking the passion build
I'm
up between the
fucking
two
in
leads.
it.
It's literally terrible.
Can we do a passionless bump?
They
You're
have,
saying there's no passion.
They
I
have the
disagree.
worst on-screen chemistry.
Yeah, that's that dialogue that they had in the like when they were drinking is some of the worst I think I've ever seen in my life as well.
Yeah.
His it was so weird and off-putting, like their initial conversation. Meanwhile, Kowalski's getting it in with the chick from Home Improvement. That was a thing.
Okay, so that was the chick from Home Improvement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
She is.
Yeah.
She's gonna. She thinks she ruptures his penis because it just starts vibrating.
Well, she's got that strong hand.
Yeah. And she's worried that she did something, but she didn't because in the most bloodless burst out of a penis scene I think I've ever seen, the leprechaun just he comes out of the guy's pants. And he's like, always wear a prophylactic.
Okay.
Exactly what I think your penis looks
I
like.
have
leprechaun?
seen
That's
a
crazy.
lot of horror movies, you guys. I have seen a lot. I have never seen a leprechaun penis appendage. When have you?
Never.
No, when have you seen a leprechaun penis appendage in outer space?
Also never. It's something I didn't need to see. It was also just so poorly done. Like he just kind of lays over and dies. I don't know. It was very anticlimactic. And then he's just fucking throwing one-liners at me that I hate. His one-liners,
They're pretty.
Brian has said for a while, are terrible.
No, they're pretty. they're
I
pretty-
think this
they're
is the
pretty
worst,
great.
right?
But yeah, for sure. But what I thought also in this movie, there's a big deviation in his limerick game.
Well, they don't. He doesn't.
There's
at
no,
all.
there's no,
No,
there's no limerick game.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie where he's just like, just saying shit like that are just stupid one-liners. Like Arnold can deliver them. The leprechaun can't. Because doesn't he...
Calm down, Mike.
He says another one where like someone's like getting burned or
Oh,
like...
I also pointed out she dances like she's in fucking GTA 3. Her movements are exactly the same.
Yeah, it's very stripper GTA 3.
That being said, I think we should passion bump this.
I'm
whole
down to
sequence.
passion bump it.
That-
It
hit-
gets
hit the fucking
it gets
button.
kind of hot, and it gets really hot when they go off, right?
It's literally... I'm singing a crime
Who
scene.
is this guy?
That's like Sticks.
I've seen him before.
Yeah, I've seen him before too.
Well, when they go off and they're gonna get hot and heavy, right?
Yeah, real heavy.
And then all of a sudden he gets like pain in his cock. He thinks he thinks that he's getting like
just real rock hard.
rock hard and like tugged off, and he's not getting any of that.
Yeah. Well, he definitely got hard, but just like not from blood circulation.
Yeah.
From Lepo circulation.
From Lepo. And then the Lepo's going to come out of it, and you're going to get that scene, and that's crazy that happened. And that's her motivation. Not that they want to get rid of, they want to do the mission and get the money that we'll find out later. She wants for revenge for Kowalski because he's such an upstanding gentleman.
And he lays down a good dicking.
Well,
you think sex in space is like just way different?
It might be different. It might be a little different. It might be harder to shoot, honestly.
Yeah.
They probably float everywhere.
Yeah.
Mike, that guy he was the voodoo maestro in Scooby-Doo.
We do. You're right. Yeah.
Who was Kowalski?
No,
He's
Sticks.
The guy on the beach.
Yep.
With the chickens hanging.
Yep. That is exactly who he is.
Yeah, you're right.
That's kind of nuts,
Look at
dude.
you did a great job interneting.
Yes. This is why I keep my phone around, because
What do you think of the good chin suck?
I loved it.
She
Every
does
second
lick
chin
and suck the skin on the chin.
Oh, he was also in Joanna Man. He was Jamal Jeffries, a.k.a. Joanna Man. Yeah,
Oh, he is Joanna Man.
he is
crap.
Mr. Joanna or Mrs. Joanna Man.
Fantastic.
All right, so Kowalski's fucking dick ripped open. He's dead. She's going to run back. She's going to tell the people.
She's busting in there.
Yeah.
That's where you get that terrible scene of him trying to hit on
Fucking what's her name?
Cupcake.
Yeah. Oh,
they have like these names. His name is Books. Her name is Cupcake. His name is Sarge. He's got a metal head.
So the medal's held on.
I love you.
Silly
Do you love the
putty.
backstory of the metal head?
Isn't it like...
And they try to make it like a big surprise at the end that the
blown
guy
up.
that he saved was fucking Books.
Yeah, it's just... But he was always a robot. So, like...
Yeah,
It makes no
He was
sense.
never like an actual real
Yeah,
person. 'Cause they went, unless he was just like some kind of duplicate. But
I
like,
don't know. I don't
do they
know.
want us to do this deep dive?
I'm not going to.
Is there a dive to be deeped?
Yes, but we're not doing it. What we will do is mention two things here. One, there is the subplot now of Dr. Mittenhands extracting the DNA out of the
Yes.
warrior goddess so he can gain his limbs back.
Scheisse.
His creepy assistant Harold is just fucking sucking toe and like feeling her up.
They have the weirdest fucking relationship.
I thought that guy was gay, but then he also he's just bi.
He's 100% bi.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Space by.
You guys say like bi, like it actually like
my
means
phone.
something. Like I don't know what that word means because it's not a real term. The real term is you're just trying to like figure shit out.
That's right, figuring shit out. Yeah, he's all over the fucking place. While all that is going on, they now have to go find the leprechaun in the
Decontamination chamber.
which is just a terrible decision. Just leave it in there.
Yeah, I mean, this is just cat and mouse chase with the monster the whole time. The monster that's been blown up to smithereens and automatically brought back. Like, this is the big chase. There will be a little bit of a side story you'll find out later from Mittenhands that, you know, the sergeant and stuff, they're all done with their contracts.
Yes.
And he's going to enact, like, Clause 4 in the contract, which Clause 4 is like, oh, your contracts are up. Sorry, we can call you back in for an emergency.
Which is in every working contract.
Yes.
There's a really good barter scene in this movie, though. They have a nice barter set.
They do have a barter scene.
I'll pay you 100 times what you're making now.
They got 3.5
I
points.
promise. And then they are. And then there's some point talk. There's some additional 3% bonuses shot out. There is a good barter. But to Shane's point, they are currently in the decontamination chamber area where they're going to square off with the leprechaun. The leprechaun does take down someone. I think he cuts up Mooch.
Yeah, Malarkey or something like that.
Big Malarkey Mooch. And he's actually, because he's killed, I mean, obviously, you're just going to see him off screen turn into a skeleton.
Yeah, because this movie doesn't show.
The pan over to the skeleton is quite incredible.
Oh god, this fucking movie.
Did the Sarge actually make you laugh at all?
Yeah.
He got a couple out of me. He was kind of funny. He was like, "Arr!"
So the Sarge, fun fact, I'm going to throw out my own trivia here.
Holy.
The Sarge was originally going to be the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Great.
That guy?
Yep.
Really?
But he was recast by the guy who was training him Arlie Army.
Oh.
And then the director cast him as the sergeant here as a sorry about you're not getting the Full Metal Jacket role. You could do it in this movie.
I think
Even trade.
I think he was better off in this one.
I think it was.
He's the best part of this movie.
No one leaves this
He is
ship.
pretty.
Unless I say so. Say so.
Who's this dumb bitch? Like that. Cupcake comes in, immediate tension.
Oh, God. Is this movie the movie with the most going on, but the least going on at the same time?
I was going to say that. There's like a ton of stuff to talk about. At the same time, there's nothing to talk about.
Right? Like, there's like 1,000 subplots,
Like,
but
stuff
none of them
happen-
mean
like,
anything.
Eventually, like Warwick becomes like 20,000 feet tall.
They never talk about the shrinker or the
They bring it up for literally 10 seconds.
early on.
They shrink gold once, and then that's it.
Yeah, like I don't remember them ever like really holding much to that conversation. All of a sudden, he's a fucking giant leprechaun.
They have the shrinker. They shrink one piece of gold and don't even say why. They just do it, and then that's it.
Yep.
And like all the gold is shrunk at the end of the movie. There's still no rainbow.
The best part is when he becomes like a giant, he fucking takes a look at his dick and he's like, bigger is better. I was like, Warwick, you devil.
Dude, it's so bad.
It's such a good one-liner, though.
Well, we're about to
It's-
get our first look at the old doctor.
Oh, God, that's right.
So what's the timestamp on him coming out behind the door?
30? We're at 30 something?
It's like 35 minutes.
We got to the point when I was watching this movie at like 45, 50 minutes, and I was like, all right, we got to be wrapping this up soon, right? And then there was
it just
40 more
keeps
minutes.
going.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
It's like 35, 36 minutes.
Did you put Maria through this?
Oh, of course.
Oh God.
Yeah. I live for the torture.
You can
It's
clearly
marriage.
like that, but
It's actually rude.
if you look at his neck and like you can clearly see he's literally in another suit. Like it's so obvious.
It's like they didn't even try. Look at his fucking arm. When's the last time he lifted anything? He has no tone to his arm whatsoever. It's just jiggle.
I love how he pumps
Look at that,
his
the
mechanical
back.
body.
It looks so bad.
It's not even the same size head.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really not. His lips are also purple, dude.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Always with the purple lip.
He was swimming in the cold.
I think he
was it cold?
he hangs out the House of the Undying.
Oh my god, he hangs out in Karth.
He needs
Yeah.
some fucking chapstick.
I can't believe we made it 35, 40 minutes into the movie, and Brian hasn't said that I'm the main character, dude.
You're more of the Sarge to me.
I'm the Sarge?
Yeah.
Really? You're not saying he's books?
I actually see a lot of books in Mike,
Of
or
course.
Mike and books.
With the hair.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that you haven't said it.
No, because you're not. You're more like fucking Danny. The guy that runs away and gets hit by the fucking
That punk bitch, Danny?
crushed by the box.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Give me flies. I can't wait till we talk about his spider arc. It's so
It's coming up
it's so
soon.
goddamn weird.
So essentially, they do the barter. They have to find the monster and kill it.
Beat the bonus.
So they break up into teams. And is Danny Boy the next one to get killed?
Danny Boy, yeah, because Danny Boy gets killed right after the barter because him and Styx go off, and he basically just tells Styx, he's like, I really don't care about killing this thing at all. And there's the conversation he has with him and the leprechaun.
Yes. Well, they talk by the pipes, and that's when he tricks him, and he gets him crushed with the giant.
He's
thing.
like, you can be with me. He's like, I will love to be with you, leprechaun. That makes sense. And he literally does get absolutely destroyed by that freight box.
Yeah, whatever the
Space
hell
freight?
it is. Okay, so after that, because now it's kind of just like that whole like they're searching. Where is he?
I mean, that's what the movie is.
Yeah.
essentially.
Does he next go after Spider Mitten, or does he kill the girl first?
The
think he
girl
drops the
the
girl
girl
first,
dies
yeah.
first.
Okay.
This is actually the girl death scene is kind of fucking crazy because there's no way she would get down to the index and thumb to hold her up.
Yep.
No, she's just really strong. Like, you have to think, she's been improving her home for like 20 years. So, like, this is worker hands.
Well, she's
like,
also-
she has that really strong grip from gripping hammers her whole life.
Well, you see what she did to that dude's dick.
See?
She turned it into a leprechaun.
Yeah. So I buy into this. I think her hands is the most realistic part of the movie.
Why does the leprechaun have black lipstick? And why is it all over his teeth? Also, why is his skin like spotted? Is he like a leprechaun?
Oh, Matt hit one of those buttons. Yeah, that's actually a good one. That's a good one.
That's Matt's go-to. He loves that fucking button. Matt, how's that coffee?
It's empty.
Did you give a thumbs
That
up?
was 2 thumbs up.
Matt gave a thumbs up and said it was okay.
Mike, how's your coffee?
It tastes like sewage.
For those listening, Mike is drinking sewage, and he's also sitting on the floor.
Because
He's also.
I just want
had
you to
that.
know, if you're a guest on this show, we're not giving you preferential treatment.
No.
You sit on the floor.
We sit where we sit,
Yeah.
and you get the floor.
Like, most people are like, oh, you're a guest. Please take my seat. We're like, no, bitch.
That's not
you
how that
take
works.
the floor.
I asked so nicely to sit between your legs and you denied me.
Yeah.
So she drops,
I just
right?
move my feet a lot.
She drops to her death.
Yes.
And they go to her.
Yes.
But she's able to say, kill the bitch, and then die. She was just fucking dropped from a very high.
Yes.
She landed
Fall.
flat on her back and then is able to sit up and grab her and say words.
And say, kill the bitch.
it's like space law. You know, like she felt different because she's in space.
Gravity.
She's like, get that son of a bitch.
It's all about the gravity.
And then the blonde chick goes, let's get that son of a bitch.
And the blonde chick gets a very short training from books on how to use a gun, and she does become a war pro.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't want to use a gun because she doesn't really understand the gravity of this situation.
Wow, Sandra Bullock, George Clooney. Some say she should have won the Oscar.
She's not a doctor.
I disagree.
She's a biologist
I'm not a
and
rapper.
a space biologist. They know
I
how to use
prefer
guns.
Jen.
What's the difference between a biologist and a space biologist?
I prefer
the use
it.
of guns
Oh, true.
and higher eyebrows?
Yes. So let's talk about Harold's death. Is it the worst thing in cinema history?
No, it's amazing. And I think it's going to be my vote.
Oh, no. Really? It's so bad.
Oh, you're talking about how he's pressed into like a coin?
This was disappointing that we didn't get to see her fully.
Yeah.
His face is literally
She's got a good-
pressed
she's got a really pretty
into like a
face.
stamp.
It's a little square.
Oh God, I hate his death so much. It's actually nightmarish
This
how he
scene,
looks.
this scene was also like,
Shane, would you come on that back?
oh my god, this is cringe. The scene.
Yes, it's awful.
Like, is she supposed to be talking to the audience, or is she talking to?
I think she's talking to us.
I don't know what she's doing.
I
with
thought
her
she was supposed to be
fingers.
talking to Harold. And
But
that's-
why would he not hear the leprechaun? I don't know.
She's trying to seduce him with the leprechaun voice.
Well, she just tries to seduce him
he's
through
into
the
it.
camera. It's not really him. It's the leprechaun. He
And what
hits him
does
with
he
his
do?
leprechaun pimp cane.
Does he shillelagh his nuts?
yeah, I think that was a shillelagh to the nuts.
Yeah.
That's what that thing's called. I will call it the
I think
leprechaun
we
pimp
figured that
cane.
out in episode 1.
I just go off of Finley and Hornswoggle.
Oh, okay. Shillelagh.
Yeah, it's a shillelagh.
God, he is really fucking tiny, though.
Look at that. He's looking.
Wow, he is
Be
a
less,
midget.
be
I'm
less
sorry.
sensitive.
Again, like,
I'm
what
sorry.
is the goal for him to get married? Like, we know in the second movie, the leprechaun fell in love. There was a purpose to it, although it was a terrible one. This film, what's the purpose of him
Power. I
Is
think
it
he
power
wants to
with
rule
the
the
king?
universe.
And riches, yeah.
with the king?
Yeah. He wants to become the king of the planet.
I think he wants to instill fear into the entire universe.
Which is weird because his motivation mainly is just to have his gold. It's a weird
I
thing when you
know.
really think about it. If people just stopped touching his gold, there really wouldn't be issues
Well,
anymore.
It's all about greed, but this movie has nothing to do with the gold, and it's about nothing. Spiders.
Do you think if people just left his gold alone, he'd be like friends with everybody?
No, he's still mischievous and he's a little fuck. But
I also think he gets his rocks off by making people take his gold
yeah.
so that he can say things like this.
How about the shillelagh that has a knife at the end of it?
Yeah, it's cool. Because Harold's going to get up
It's cool.
and he's going to
It is
stab
cool,
the
though.
leprechaun with that.
Did he just hit him in the nuts, or did he full
the thing is-
stab him?
No, he hit him in the nuts with the other end.
Well, he was holding it there a long time.
Well, Mittenhands is gonna have a dialogue with the leprechaun, right? But he sees Harold coming from the back, so he's confident to say that you're gonna die. You know, you ain't getting off this ship, you greedy bastard. And then he's going to stab him, and we know what the leprechaun does. The leprechaun ain't gonna die.
I love what Mitten Hands does with his eyes, where he's constantly.
Yeah, Harold instead is going to get thrown into a wall, and then he's going to have a pan thrown into his face, and it's going to kill him. Then the leprechaun is going to make a spider DNA cocktail and inject Mitten Hands with it. And that's how he gets Mitten Spider.
He does have that line, probably the best point in the movie.
Yeah.
This is also one of my favorites because I love the Sarge strapped with leprechaun fucking spawn dynamite. He just yells and is in a complete trance. And then you need to see Princess Cena's tits.
Don't look, you're gonna die.
Hold on.
It's your doom.
Can you get the subtitles away? Bro, I was totally joking. You don't have to.
I mean, I could get rid of them, but
No, Mike needs to see this.
but what is the point for Princess Zarina, Queen of the Damned? She shows the tits to wage war. That's the reason, because you
Yes.
show your tits on the planet and it wages war.
Yes. That's it. Or, as we call it in the business, an excuse
Yeah,
to show tit.
it is. It is a driver to just to show the tits.
So at this point now, the leprechaun took over the sergeant.
Okay, so I was super confused because I even asked Mike while we were watching the movie. I'm like, so is this mind control ability now that he just randomly got?
It's actually impossible. He doesn't have a mind.
Exactly, and that's why I think it makes sense. I think he rewired his hardware.
Reprogrammed
Yes,
him
it was a reprogram.
because he's a cyborg, and
Yes.
and that makes sense why now he thinks he's divine.
Yeah.
Is a Mitten Spider.
Mike!
Literally thinks
So rude.
he's a cross-dress. Like, where does the cross-dresser
Dude,
thing
I
come
don't
from?
understand anything that happens from, like, honestly this point to the end of the movie.
Because it's all nonsense. Like, Mitten Spider is gonna like run around and basically just try to like put sticks in like some kind of cocoon.
Yeah, but that also doesn't make sense because he cocoons him but doesn't eat him for some reason.
You think he was going to?
I thought so. I don't know.
Well, she literally, meaning Cupcake, downs the cross-dressing sergeant with a couple of kicks, right? Like
Yeah,
See
that's
straight
all
up
it
his
took.
dress. You get a good nut shot.
Yeah, I don't get. I actually like. I don't understand anything in this movie anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. And how do you kill someone that is a cyborg? You would make sure you dodge his bayonet gun as he's going to put it in the electric socket and get electrocuted.
Yeah.
You take out the batteries and hopefully the beeping stops.
Yeah, all of that. That's just beeping is the worst. So yeah, the Sarge is dead. We're down to fucking 5 characters. Also, all right, hold on. We're almost at the end. I won't
You are
spoil.
down to 5 characters, but you could basically just take Princess Serena, whatever her name is, Zarina, out of it. She doesn't do anything for the rest of the movie.
Well, that was that. Okay, so we could talk about
She
it.
basically disappeared.
She doesn't
Yes.
do shit.
Yeah.
What, like, her plot is dropped.
There's no
Right?
men waging wars or dying. Like at this point, the only person that's left to die is Mitten Hands.
Yeah, because they put her in the escape pod, right?
Yeah.
And she's just her part of the movie's done. Like,
She just like that's it. Like she just goes in the escape pod and
yeah.
done.
Also, isn't the leprechaun killed before Mitten Hands? Or is Mitten Hands killed first?
No, Leprechaun's killed. I think the last one.
Oh, he is?
Mitten
Okay.
Hands is killed or before him with the liquid nitro.
Oh yeah, so they split up. Sticks goes to like defuse the bomb.
Which is also one of the most confusing parts of the movie because Styx goes to defuse the bomb, meets up with Fly Mitten Hands.
Yes.
And then calls for help anyway, knowing the situation. Then they go to help him, and no, don't come in here. What do you want? What's the whole point?
Yeah, I don't know because they make the leprechaun big during that scene.
Yep.
He checks his penis.
He checks his penis. Yeah. He's just trying to step on books the entire time. He tells Cupcake to go help Styx. She gets to Styx. They still can't. Why does no one know the password?
They've been on this ship for how long? They don't know how to open the doors?
No one knows the password. Is funny. It makes you think like, how could they have been led by this guy for so long?
Yeah. Also, why is the password wizard? Was that like an inside joke or like?
He said he's a wizard.
I'm not making that to you. There's more. This to the movie. It hurts my brain, Mike. It hurts my brain so much.
I literally love how they got that and it worked and it stops because they did initiate like a destruction sequence.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they actually got wizard as the passcode and it wasn't a more complex password. Like, did this start like
It is a
hacking
high-tech
frenzy?
military space operation. The password is wizard.
Some shit I would
Wizard
know.
in all caps.
1, 2, 3, 4 ABC.
Yeah, like
See now, if you create a password on some like site, they make you put like
A special character.
exclamation point,
Well, this is 97.
at least
Yeah,
one
one
capital
capital.
letter.
Yep,
shit
yep.
like that.
You should write down all your passwords.
Shane does. He has it in a little book.
I do. How else are you gonna remember them?
Oh, I'm not mocking you. It's smart.
I mean, the grand threat of this end scene is that, like, he, meaning Spider Mitten Hands, whatever his name is, Mitten Spider, is going to kill Styx, but then enter Cupcake with the liquid nitrogen hose to spray down Spider Mitten Hands,
And they just break him and he explodes.
and she cracks him.
Yeah.
He explodes. And then,
That's after he rips off her pants, though, right?
oh no, that happens early on.
That's so absurd that he just there's a series of scenes where her shirt gets ripped off, her pants get ripped off, and then someone dumps water on her chest for some reason.
Yeah, so they got to sex it up a little bit. Also, there is also another scene where you do see the leprechaun find out that his gold has been shrunken.
Yeah.
And he cries for maybe all of 2 seconds about it, and it really was not had any factor into the movie up to that point anyway.
he also gives the princess acne.
Yeah, but the acne also leaves.
Yep,
But it was
like,
space
right away.
acne.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how space acne works, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, like that was very short-lived, like subplots right there.
All these subplots are short-lived. That's what I'm saying. Like we said it. There's a lot going on, but nothing.
How do you feel about the Party City cobwebs?
Did you think Mitten Spider's prosthetics look good? Because I actually thought it was decent for everything else that is in this.
It was
movie.
better-
For 78 grand
Yeah.
in the budget.
It was better than the other stuff that they were using him for.
Yeah. Oh god.
But the way they even killed the leprechaun, I feel like is like super cheap because all they have it like happen doesn't like sticks hit like the bay door.
Yes.
And he just goes out into outer space
And explodes.
and literally explodes for the 14th time in the film.
But he doesn't even die because he flips him off to end the movie.
Well, his body parts spray. You see a leg. That leg just makes it hot enough for Books and Cupcake to have a passionate makeout sesh. And then he does do the middle finger. And that's literally Leprechaun 4 in space and missed opportunity after this film to go to Washington, D.C.
Yeah. This movie.
We should write it.
This movie was so bad. Do you want to write Leprechaun 20? Go to the White House?
Yeah.
Imagine Trump and the Leprechaun.
That. Oh my god. That would
He's
be
like,
one
I'll
of the
give you
best
gold.
interactions.
Trump's like, you're now the Department Treasury head?
I actually
Probably the best that's ever been there.
would be. That movie would be fire. That movie would be fire.
He would just like develop like the fucking German accent.
He's like, we love
Actually,
Tesla.
Elon Musk could play the scientist. Oh God. Well,
we love Tesla.
that's Leprechaun 4. My review is very simple. This is not only the worst Leprechaun movie, it truly might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
That's not fair. You've seen some garbage.
I have, but this is garbage. It's not okay. Would I put it in the bottom 20? No. I mean, I've seen Slaughter Vomit Dolls.
Yeah.
I've seen Slenderman, which is probably worse than this. This movie, I'm deciding. Do I give it a 2? Do I give it a 1? I don't think it's a 1 because of the sergeant being funny. Right? That's
Yeah,
redeeming.
That's fair.
So I think I'm going to go with the Stone Cold Brew 2.
Brew 2.
Brew 2.
A2 Brew 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go.
I'm just gonna.
We did it.
No, because you got to give your rating soon. Mike, you go now, though.
It doesn't get better than that, honestly.
Peak.
Let's peek.
Yeah, so I save like the ones, for like the true filth, Pink Flamingo and Vomit Dolls. Truth be told, this movie has so little redeeming qualities about it that hey, chill out there. That I can't go higher than like a 3.
Okay. So you're
And
giving-
dude, you guys know this. I love shitty movies.
yes,
I truly do.
it's kind of scary.
But this one is like fuck. The fucking CGI alone.
Yeah.
This movie could be a 7. The CGI would bring it to a 4.
So what's your final rating?
I'm gonna give it a solid 3 Warwicks. Yeah.
At 3 Warwicks.
Yeah.
All right, Bri.
Can't go higher. It doesn't deserve higher.
Yeah, I have it as a 2. For everything that you guys said, and everything that we mentioned earlier, just like even if I have to reach into like just ignoring the fact that the movie is like plotless and the dialogue is nonsensical, like you could dive into so much of the trash. Like the makeup is trash. Like you can really reach.
Yeah,
The
oh, yeah.
CGI is trash.
The dialogue,
it's-
the acting.
It's all trash. Like I do agree. The sergeant is like kind of charming with the fact that he's crazy, but then they even bury his character with an irrelevant side plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a bunch of nonsense thrown into a movie to try to make it stick, and the fact that it's the same director that did Leprechaun 3, I mean, like, this is a true deviation from that because this was garbage, and at least 3 was fun.
Don't you yearn for the days where, you throw on Leprechaun 1 and then you just see Jennifer Aniston there?
Yeah, she's pretty in that. Yeah.
Mike, you go.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
All right, it was tough. Brian and I were talking before you guys came. This movie would have 2 different ratings for 2 different situations of watching it.
Okay.
Because it's terrible. The plot is terrible. The acting is terrible. Like there's his one-liners are bad. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay.
Because I watched it by myself. If we would have watched it together as like a group of friends sitting on a couch and just like goofing around, it would have been a 3. It's a big change.
jump. Big
yeah. But it's just like watching it alone, you sit here and you focus on how bad this movie is. If we were together, this movie would have jumped a point just because it was funny.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can tell you I watched it with someone and it didn't make it better.
That's because you watched it with Mike, and Mike is Mike.
Do you want to play the game of what IMDb has the film at?
I think I saw it, so
Can
I
I
should
guess?
play.
Yeah.
Wait, is this? It's a cumulative rating, right?
Yeah, so there's points. There's decimal points.
3.1.
With the 0.5 bonus.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, it's 3.6.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. It's fair.
It looks like there's 9,200 ratings on this bad boy.
Is that fair?
Yeah, because based off IMDb votings, they for the most part don't go that low. So that's actually extraordinarily low for like an
And
IMDb
like a lot of these shitty movies have like those like cult
Followers,
followings. They'll
this-
just upvote the shit out of
Yeah.
bad movies. She's got no pants on.
Mike,
Matt.
I'm surprised you didn't give it an upvote for hotties.
Oh, that played a part in the 3 I gave it for sure.
That's crazy.
If you take away like the 4 hot chicks in this movie,
You give it the baddie bump.
yeah, there's a baddie.
Isn't there only 3 hot chicks in this movie?
There's only 3 chicks in this movie, unless you count the sergeant at the end.
Oh, true. 4 hot chicks. Ah. All right, so
Matt, yell out a number. What'd you think?
just yell the number.
My rating's a 1.
Oh.
I can't give it a 2. There's literally no sense in the movie at all. No plot. The best part of the movie is the tits, and it's not even that great of tits.
That's crazy.
And the thing is, they're in space and they're literally walking like there's no gravity. So therefore, like they're walking and there's no plot leading to why he's in space or anything, like you guys said. So I think it's just generally a 1. Granted, obviously, I know some of the other movies are terrible, but this definitely goes up there with terrible. So that's I think it's my rating.
That's fair.
I mean, the normal reaction to this movie is like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
Is like the reaction, because literally the shit that they throw in this, like, who would the think that, like, you're not only dealing with one villain, but you're dealing, and that villain is a leprechaun. You're dealing with a spider scientist who was previously fucking a failed computer experiment.
yeah.
And then you're also dealing with a cross-dressing sergeant that's a cyborg. Like, I'm not even making this shit up.
And his confused assistant that made a weirdly sexual like comment to books, and then got really turned on when the girl was trying to fish him in. Like, so this shit's great. What does Spiders better, this movie or the original It TV film?
Ice spiders.
Ice spiders. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with arachnophobia.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with 8-legged freaks.
Oh, also good. Harry Potter.
There you go.
That's probably the
That's
best
your
one.
answers.
Those are good answers.
This whole movie though is like you guys just got done with fucked up February. It's like all those movies are what the fuck every 5 minutes. This movie was just a whole movie of why the fuck?
Why the fuck?
How did I get here? You ask.
Yeah.
Do you think it's rewatchable at the very least?
Fucking absolutely.
Together. Together. It has to be together.
Like, is this like a movie that we could say like you could watch it again, or
I'll probably
no?
watch this again soon.
This movie's a 4-beer watch. Like you get loaded and watch it and it becomes like a 6.
Jesus.
I do. I think some of the Leprechaun movies have high rewatchability, like the first and the third. I don't know about this one though.
So you're gonna tell me I'm in like a few days. I'm like, I hit you up. I'm like, Bri, Leprechaun 4. You're gonna say
You're like,
no.
I'm 4 for 4 on Leprechaun 4.
But this takes a turn for the series now, right?
We go to the hood next.
Well, obviously that's the next place you go once you've been in Vegas and you've been in space.
You go to the hood.
Naturally, the next move.
The hood.
I mean, think about it, right? The first one, they're just in like a small suburban town. The
Yeah.
second one, they go back in time. The third one, they're
Well, they're in New York or
Yeah,
Cali.
I mean,
I think Cali.
Second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one's like in Oklahoma or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like in the middle.
yeah, but the third one, they
Oh my god.
Vegas, yeah, then space, and then the hood
Oh
for
my
2.
God.
And there's Origins, right? Like that's
Yeah.
the-
Oh God. Okay. I'm done.
What do you
I'm
think?
done.
What is like the hood exactly? Harlem,
Do you know where the hood is?
Passaic,
Compton, I think.
Compton.
I think the hood is a general term for areas that are like projects, right? Like I don't
Oh
know.
no, I think he meant like where are they in the hood in the next movie?
Was that what
Right?
you
That's
were
what you meant?
I thought you were defining it. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, what was your question?
Yeah, like where are they in the next one?
Oh, sorry, I was like,
Brian was giving you the clinical definition
I
of
was
the
like,
hood.
let me define what the hood is. It's also could be used if you have like a certain dress apparel and you want to stay warm,
or if
you
it's
use
like
a hood.
raining out, yeah.
Yeah.
Some precipitation.
Styx lives.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Or like
isn't it?
even
Very
on your
survivors.
like if you have a driving
Yeah, but
apparatus,
Styx
and,
lives.
I know.
You need to put oil in your
Styx.
car.
Yeah, I know what
yeah,
you're saying.
You gotta
right?
open.
Yeah,
the-
it's crazy.
Open the hood.
Who would have saw it coming? Wizard.
So that would be a cool metaphor for that film.
More rain.
Imagine if they were like alluring that he's in the hood, but he's actually just stuck under the roof of his car
while wearing a hoodie.
while wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking sick, dude.
That's so sick.
Is this a good tonguing?
No, this was so dumb, dude. That hookup scene was so retarded.
He's pretty svelte though. I'll give him that.
He's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
Mike Benanti.
All right, an hour of review we got there.
Okay.
The thing is, though, Mike Benanti definitely kisses better.
I
true.
hope so.
That's true.
We'll have to test it afterwards. Come here, baby boy.
Okay.
Did they ever define where the hood is or no?
It's an urban area.
Yep. That's
Oh, so I guess
what the hood is.
Me defining the hood was
was right the whole time.
California, so
Compton.
Compton, yeah.
Or
Compton.
anywhere in California.
Or maybe before they dressed up Newark a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My necro kill is the spider.
You know, it kind of used to be the hood.
I forgot about that.
Hackensack before they put all
Yeah.
those like nice apartment complexes.
It's still
and now
kind
they're
of-
just kicking out the poor.
They do that. That is what they're doing.
A little gentrification and get rid of the pores. Shane, what did you say?
We love Hackensack.
The necro. My necro kill is the spider.
Spider.
With the liquid nitrogen?
Yeah.
And the shatter?
Yeah.
I might have to go with Panface
I was thinking pan face. I told you earlier. I
or
got stick.
or
Let me see
Lepo
these
Dick.
kill- I have the kills here.
It's Panface
Oh no,
or
I'm
Lepo Dick.
going Lepo Dick.
So you're
Because
going Lepo
I
Dick.
have to. I've never seen anything like that.
I think Panface is the worst kill I've ever seen.
But that's why I love it so
From
much.
the fucking noise it makes when it hits his face, that boing.
Dude, also, you can't sleep on the panda skeleton.
Oh, yeah,
In the
the skeleton.
decontamination unit.
What movie is it where someone gets their face sat on and it gets stuck like that? Similar to the pan.
Oh, I know what you're talking about too. I don't know off the
Matt,
top of my
fact
head.
check.
That is the thing, though. The
Matt,
butt
look up
cheeks are in the face.
squished faces.
Are you saying they got killed by ass?
Yes.
Yeah, they like get sat on and their face gets.
That's you know what's
squished
crazy?
like that.
That's the title of my 64th book, Killed by Ass.
Oh, that sounds fucking great, though.
I would read it. It's a New York Times bestseller, I'm sure.
I want it to be a 4D ride.
We love ass.
We love ass. So wait, where were we on these kills?
I went mitten spider.
I'm sticking with pan face.
I'm gonna go pan face because it's so fucking goofy.
All right, we're at pan face.
Okay. Hayden Panettiere.
Whoa! Holy
wow!
shit!
Wow!
You like that? You like that? You like that? But no, I'm actually just going to call him by his real name. Harold Panettiere. See what I did there? Because Hayden, but his name was Harold. And then Pan, because he died from a pan.
You just fucking
And
get to it.
You were the greatest scientist that's ever scienced. You had a passion for both males and females. Some would say you're just trying shit. Others would say you're just a little bi-curious. So yeah, you're a cool guy in one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and probably one of the worst characters I've ever seen.
He's also
You
not cool.
fucking
He's not a
little
cool guy.
toady. You little bitch toady.
Did call him a little toady.
Yeah, so for that, we're putting you in the Necronomicon, you little bitch toady.
Oh, Shane really giving it to him. You want to tell the folks what we're going to be doing next week?
Of course I do. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Muy bien, gracias.
That's
We are doing When Evil Lurks.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
what Spanish line did you drop there?
Yeah.
What was that?
Where is the library? I am good, thank you. But yes, we are doing the Spanish film When Evil Lurks. Very good movie.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I think you can catch it on Shudder or AMC Plus if you have a subby.
Go for Shudder. It's a great app.
It really is pretty great.
Mike, you gonna be here next week?
No.
One
Yeah.
and done.
Your jokes made me want to go home.
Was it the Hayden Panettiere or the Harold
It was a
combination of?
Thanks for joining us. I mean, you do come on once a year for a Leprechaun movie, so it's nice to
Leprechaun 5,
to regale the tradition.
Oh, I'm gonna wear my bling.
You're gonna be covered in bling. I'm actually just gonna show up in complete glitter.
I might get grills.
I'm gonna see what Mike wants to do and then not do it.
Fuck.
I want you to call me 5 Chains.
Oh my god!
That's more than 2 chains.
Exactly. I wanted to double them plus 1.
Oh my god!
Are you saying
like
that
5
because
chains.
he's a black man?
What?
How did we get here?
Yeah, that's crazy. What are you talking about? I don't see color.
I love that line. I don't see color. People fucking blind.
It's so
It's the stupidest line I've ever heard in my life.
We should next week we should have you try on like copy that one Logan Paul video where he pretends to put on
Oh, the different colored lights because
Yeah.
he's colorblind.
Yeah.
Such a classic Logan Paul video. Well,
he's been goofing.
yeah, Mike, thank you for being on. In all seriousness,
Thanks for sitting on the floor. How's your ass feel right now?
Great.
Yeah, that can't be fun.
Death by ass.
Oh my god.
So, with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week when we deal with El Diablo.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
God.
Looking forward to When Evil Lurks. Really just getting back in some fucking pestilence. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like pestilence.
fucking rot.
Next week
Some
we'll
rot.
take
There's rot everywhere. It's like
demon
I'm
ring.
playing fucking Elden Ring.
take a deep dive on why Shane likes teens so much.
Oh, that'll be included. A lot of children in that flick, so. Tune in.
crazy.
Obviously, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to your shit. But definitely subscribe on the YouTube, and we'll see you all next week.
Lies.
Nice.
5 till the hood.